Let's go inside this greenhouse and see Utah citrus, 15 feet tall, Pomelo grapefruit trees with no heaters, compost heats it, and water. We have tons of water barrels in our greenhouses, and we add something to it. A black plastic wall of water that drastically increases the amount of heat these greenhouses put out and take in during the winter at night. These trees appreciate this a lot because it holds in that heat during the day at night and keeps them warm. All right, we've covered these barrels with black plastic and we have it all around this greenhouse. This is going to throw a lot of heat out when the sun's out, and it's going to help this avocado tree thrive. And it's going to help the greenhouse stay warmer in the winter. Heat it for free. So this is a neat way to add extra heat to your greenhouse for free using water barrels which heat the greenhouse, and this will add to it. And then the compost on the sides will decompose and also heat the greenhouse as well. So water barrels, they take in the heat during the day and they give this heat off at night. So this big stack of water barrels has a cooling effect during the day, and at night it moderates the temperature so it doesn't get as cold. So it works as cooling agent during the day and warming at night. Takes in the heat during the day and gives it off at night. Really neat way to heat your greenhouse. And if you have enough of these, it really makes a big difference with the temperature. Adding compost even adds to that. And what's neat is we're going to add black plastic to this water barrel wall, and that'll actually take in even more heat. Let's take a look at that. We are deep in Zone 6, Syracuse, Utah, in 3 hobbit hole greenhouses, and we're going to show you how to heat them for free using water mass. Water mass not only, but black plastic walls with the water mass to throw even more heat out. This is a trick that we've been doing for 20 years inside these greenhouses, and we're going to show you how to do it. The first step is we want to go to Walmart and buy some black plastic sheeting. That's the best price I've found is at Walmart. It's always good to have a thermometer like this in the greenhouse so we can keep a track on the temperature, see how well these black plastic walls are going to work. We also need clamps to hold up the black plastic. So you notice the north wall is in the shade this time of the year, and it doesn't increase any of the heat on the greenhouse. We want to keep it very insulated and hold that hot air in. The north wall is where it escapes. So we're going to insulate it on the outside of the greenhouse and also on the inside. Let's show you what we do inside. Plastic pulled out to 25 feet. We're going to cut it in half, and this will give us enough black plastic for each of these greenhouses to insulate the north wall on the inside. A farm or homestead is not complete without a working cat. So at the same time we're doing this to heat the greenhouses, we find a big wad of strawberry runners that we're going to use. We're going to show you how to get these propagated. Not only that, but this huge avocado tree we have growing in Utah. And I'd like to know if there's anybody out there in the Intermountain West that has a bigger avocado tree than this. Message us in the messages and comments if you do. So notice the north wall is now black plastic. You can't believe the amount of heat this throws out during the day, during the winter, when the sun is out and it hits that black plastic. It really throws out heat. On our north walls, we also have water barrels. So we're covering the water barrels up with this black plastic, and it'll actually help heat the water barrels. The water barrels take in the heat during the day with a cooling effect, and then that water, that mass that's been stored up with the heat all during the day, we'll throw that out at night and heat these greenhouses really, really well, all for free. So taking a look at the north wall, we have that little doorway, and it goes about 15 feet outside, all under compost on that north wall, and it's covered, so it really insulates this greenhouse great. All right, these Harbor Freight greenhouses have been up for almost 20 years. And it's time to pretty them up with some black plastic along the north wall. We have a lot of water in here, a lot of water mass that keeps it cool during the summer. Now that is a beautiful Utah orange if I've ever seen one, or 2 or 3. Also, you notice the peach tree leaves are starting to yellow up. So outside, all the leaves have fallen off the trees in Utah. But in here, the leaves are still green on the citrus trees, which stay green all through the winter. And then the peach trees actually do lose their leaves inside this greenhouse, but at a far later time. So we're gonna harvest some more strawberry runners, and we're gonna show you a trick on how to get these all to propagate so we can actually have lots more strawberries growing in these greenhouses. So it's absolutely beautiful in here and lush. And the cool thing is you can get a peach tree inside of one of these hobbit hole greenhouses to grow to full maturity in just 2 years. No peach borer, no problems. Now we have this north wall all under cover now. All right, we're getting a lot of winter heat in here. As you can see, I'm sweating. It is getting hot in here, and this black plastic is doing its job. It's insulating the north wall and throwing out a lot of extra heat for free in the winter. So your standard Harbor Freight tool greenhouse will hold in heat great during the day, but at night, all of the heat escapes. It'll be just a degree or two warmer at night. Using all this compost on the north wall, it holds a lot of that heat in and stays real warm. So we're gonna fill this little basin up with warm water, and we're gonna take our strawberry runners and we're gonna throw them in. We're gonna let them sit inside the house for 1 to 2 weeks, and we're gonna notice a lot of roots on these runners. We're gonna take the runners and we're gonna propagate them back inside the greenhouses so we have tons of strawberries growing with the citrus, figs, pomegranates, and avocados. Now that is a huge wall of water if I've ever seen one. Look at all that water mass. And that throws a lot of heat out at night. Okay, so now it's looking nice. We are gonna get a lot of heat. Not only is the north wall under the black plastic wall, but these barrels are as well. So that's gonna all throw heat out of the strawberries up above, the celery plants below, the avocado tree on the side. So we're working on 3 different greenhouses today, and as you can see in this one, we still have some water barrels we need to cover. And yeah, let's take another look at that beautiful orange. So let's take this big wall of water and let's cover this along with the coolers with another black plastic wall for heat. So as we're now starting to see the finished product, it looks really nice. All black heat absorption on the north wall. And then we have just a little bit more to cover on that side, and we get that done. So let's get some more black plastic and let's cover that little bit on the south wall, those coolers and everything, and take a look at the finished product, how nice and beautiful it looks. Lots of heat absorption. It's gonna throw all that out during the day, store it at night, and we are gonna have the ultimate heat-throwing greenhouse. If you like videos like this, please subscribe. We have 15-foot tall citrus trees and so much more we want to show you all winter long. We're going to be documenting this weekly. Thanks so much for watching. Welcome to our bonus feature. 10 years ago, we put all of those water masses in the greenhouses. We put straw around the greenhouse, covered it with black plastic, and right now we just invented the $100 hobbit hole greenhouse that's built on the side of a wood chip mountain. These wood chips will decompose, heat the citrus with a door out front, water masses also, and we can grow citrus about anywhere. At the same time, we've taken this massive compost on the north side of this Harbor Freight tool greenhouse, covered it with plastic. Here's our $100 hobbit hole greenhouses that we are going to release videos really soon. What do you think? In any yard, any size.